passion and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to historic Memorial Stadium for the second of tonight's doubleheaders, this time between the Indians and Irish. If you tuned in for the ladies' game, you know that the Lady Indians Soccer Club dropped that district game 5-0. But the scoreboard reads 0 with 40 minutes to play in the starting lineups. I do not have a roster or a lineup card for the visitors, but if you are an Irish fan and you've tuned into our ElRenoIndians.tv broadcast today, we welcome you. We know you have a lot of things you could be doing on a Tuesday night, and we thank you very much for electing to spend your time with us here at Memorial Stadium. Anthony DePaz, Christian Diaz, Kendon Frazier, Edgar Garcia, Angel Gonzalez, Julio Hernandez, Angel Martinez, Edgar Perez, Luis Ramirez, Logan Singletary, and Kenneth Solis round out the starting 11 for the Indians. They are coached by Gabriel Gonzalez. He is assisted by Austin Little. Rodney Hayden is the Director of Athletics. Tim Pounds, the high school principal. Craig McVeigh, Superintendent of El Reno Public Schools. The starting goalkeeper for the Indians tonight, number 0, Angel Gonzalez. And with the foot on the ball, we are underway. And quickly into the offensive half come the Indians. Last touched off the blue boot. Throw in for McGuinness from about the 24-yard line. Wind seems to have died down a little bit. Right at the end of the girls' game, it was gusting north of 40 miles an hour, but it's died down a little bit, but we've seen it sort of wax and wane throughout the girls' game, so I don't think that that's the new trend. Obviously, foul weather's afoot, no pun intended. So as always, tune into your favorite news station, put them on mute, put us on the big TV. Stay weather aware. Good defensive effort so far to start this one by the Indians. Nearly 60 seconds in, the ball spent about a second and a half in the El Reno defensive half. Indians continue to shift. McGuinness attacks near the down the far sideline. McGuinness looking to center. They put that one not on goal. It's well wide and out of bounds. So a goal kick up coming for the Indians. And the senior netminder, Angel Gonzalez, he'll put it down and let it fly. And the Indians starting this one with the wind at their back, so we'll see how that plays out over the course of 40 minutes and then how things change in the second 40. That one's headed defensively by McGuinness, but out of bounds, so El Reno to inbound. And Luis Ramirez will inbound it. McGuinness reverses field, attacking along the far sideline. They pull it out, got a little bit too deep. They're going to try and stay wide, not too deep, and they're going to look to center. Either off a one pass or off a cross and possibly a header. They reverse it to the near side. Kendon Frazier with the defensive assignment. Doesn't give up on it. Nearly picks it. McGuinness is settled into the offensive zone. Good defense by the Indians in the short field to force the Irish to set it up back nearly their own 35-yard line as they look to attack again. And an offside violation, the call. So a free kick coming for the Indians. And with blue jerseys vacating, it's outside the box, so well, they are going to give it to him inside the box. And to attempt the kick, Kenneth Solis. So he also plays the gridiron style of football as well as the pitch style of football, handling the kicking duties for the Indians. on the gridiron, American-style football, or hand egg as my rugby friends like to call it. Into the offensive half comes McGuinness. That ball tracked down by Solis. Solis loses that battle, but defended in the short field by Luis Ramirez. And Angel's going to dive on that one. He pulls it in under his chin with two hands to secure possession. And he's going to look to lead the offense. We're about 4.5 into the contest so far, and neither team has had much of a look on goal so far. Angel decides to clear it with the strong right foot. Played well by the Indians, and quickly, with shot on goal, over the goalie's hands. Does it spin in? It doesn't. That ball had just enough English that if it gets enough spin, it might curl in. Well, the Winter Olympics are over. But a good look early. McGuinness passing it in the defensive end. Kendon Frazier up, pressuring. The Indian defense has backed McGuinness all the way to the top of the semicircle. That pass read nearly jumped by Angel Martinez. McGuinness gets their pocket picked. And that pass stolen. Logan Singletary in there to mix it up. He nearly poked it free. Swing and a miss there by the Indian midfielder. And that one's going to be cleared into the, I guess, the left foot of the Irish netminder. Irish looking to attack on the near sideline. And the old curse of the kicker, as I tell Kurt Parker, I just mentioned not 3 minutes ago that the wind had died down, and now we're standing up here in the press box with the window shut, hanging on to each other to keep from falling over as the wind gusts in our face at north of 40. The ball awarded to the Irish after a little bit of hand fighting and foot fighting near the sideline. Not sure what McGuinness was looking for there. He had a good hook on it, but nobody there, so Angel says, I'll just catch this off my right foot and then we'll run the offense. Now Reno looking to attack. Seen a few indicators early that the wind is having an effect on the ball, even when it's at the back of El Reno, so they've got the benefit of the downwind. That ball seems to be bouncing just a little bit different than perhaps what they expect it to. Reading the spin of the ball, you expect it to do one thing, and the wind causes it to do something else, and you end up appearing to be out of position. Nothing major. That ball awarded to the Indians' last touch by 22 of McGuinness. Luis Ramirez to inbound. Late whistle, but a foul called against Luis. I think that tackle wasn't clean. Got a little bit of the lower leg there, so whistle blows and McGuinness puts it in play. McGuinness looks to attack, and they center it between the hashes. Crossover again. I think they're trying to lead it to number 1. Number 1, number 7, can't tell which. Trying to lead to him. but they're kicking that into a wind that's pointing directly in their face. That's going to be tough to hit on target consistently, to time the speed of that ball, knowing how much oomph you got to have to get it there. Cleared to the near sideline. Great read defensively there. El Reno's going to intercept that. Onto the foot of Kendon Frazier. To Luis. I think that one stood up on Kenneth a little bit. Kenneth tried to boot that one out of the end zone. I think that one stood up on him. That one definitely stood up on the Irish. It stood straight out of bounds, bounced off the top of the Gatorade jug and into the front row of the Indian faithful it goes, but El Reno quickly on the inbounds using the backup ball. Great patience there by Anthony to pause. He tried to elevate to make a play on that, saw that McGuinness had overcommitted to it, stayed down, let them overplay it, landed at his feet, and he looked to attack. Out of bounds it goes, and McGuinness puts it back in play off the goal kick. Luis picks the pocket there. Kendon with it on his right foot. He reverses it to Angel. Kenneth is going to clear it, but that pass is going to be well short of the intended target, and McGuinness on the run. Trying to center it, they do, but a great effort. Good hands by the netminder, Angel Gonzalez. And McGuinness tried the old hesitation, the stutter step, and Angel kept his hips down, stayed in position, let the ball come to him, secured it to secure possession. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 23.5, 24-yard line, where it'll be a throw-in for the Irish. That ball's going to be intercepted and then re-intercepted by Kenneth Solis. He's going to clear it out of bounds, so about the 35-yard line come the Irish. They'll inbound. El Reno defensively keeping the pressure high. Anthony DePaz, the forward, showing lots of pressure when he's out with defensive responsibilities up top near the script ER. Showing lots of pressure. McGuinness looking to center it. They cross it. It's going to go out of bounds. Throw-in awarded to the Indians deep in the Indian defensive area. Luis Ramirez gets the ball back in play on the near side sideline. Great defense. The Harding, that's going to be well up and out of play, so not even a shot on goal there. About 12 feet high and about 35.5 yards offline as it sails into the new 4-foot black metal fence they put up around this new turf here at Memorial Stadium. So the first full soccer season with the turf. The Gridiron Gang played on it in the fall, and then the first full soccer season for the footballers. Anthony with it as Logan tucks away the spare balls behind the goal net. Logan Logan does a great job of fighting through contact to keep that ball alive. Ball's reversed to him. Good pressure on the near side sideline. And 17, Josh Gonzalez is in. I missed his substitution earlier, but he's making his first appearance of the afternoon. Just over 14 minutes into it, we're tied 0-0. McGuinness being challenged every step far sideline, and then a whistle blows, so a foul to be called. A free kick coming for the Irish. No look at it on goal. They just decide to get it in play and run the offense as they advance it to about the 5-yard line into the end zone. They're going to try and look for a cross here, but defended well down and deep in the zone. Julio Hernandez, the defensive assignment there, able to clear it. Throw in coming on the far side sideline. Looks like they're going to mark him at about right at the goal line. He's going to take a 5 or 6 yard run and start. Drags that back toe. Great effort by Anthony Garcia in the goal to keep it clear. And McGuinness not satisfied, but forced out of bounds, nearly out of bounds, way deep in their zone at the 40, and it's going to be last touched. El Reno looking to get momentum quickly. Good change of direction to keep the ball in play. Angel Martinez fights through contact. Reverses it to Edgar Perez. Edgar splits the defense. He puts his right foot on, and it's just wide. Pretty good look, and I think he was trying to let the wind help him there. He pushed that. He didn't want to go straight on with it. He's trying to catch, looks like maybe upper 90 on the left side. And knowing that wind blowing hard at his back and quarter to him, if you want it to go to a specific place, you got to kick it and let the wind push it there. So good look, slightly wide, but good look. El Reno with 2 good looks on goal early in this one. And likewise, Anthony Garcia with a couple of really athletic saves for the Indian defense early in this one. Some fancy footwork by Anthony DePaz to fight through contact. He's going to reverse it, and I think El Reno's going to draw the foul. They do. So El Reno will have a free kick. And I don't know if you can hear that at home. On my audio meter, it looks like you can. That's that wind that's gusting well north of 40 right now. And unlike hand egg, if the wind's blowing, you can't go to the ground game. You can see how hard the wind's blowing. They're trying to put it on the kickoff spot right at the 40-yard line, and the ball won't behave itself. So they are going to do it football style. We're going to hold it still till you get there and then get out of the way. And well executed. El Reno's going to get a look at it here. Not going to quite happen for him, but well executed on the free kick. Especially considering they had one man out of position to hold the ball still, so it didn't roll over into Calumet. El Reno to throw in quickly, rather. The throw in is errant, but El Reno able to try and secure it. McGuinness picks the pocket, and they're off and running in the offensive zone. Good teamwork between Luis Ramirez and Anthony Garcia there in goal. Luis sitting on the intended score. They were trying to center it to a score, I believe is number 4. Luis did a good job of sitting on his back hip to keep him from changing directions, and Anthony flattened the angle out on him, and when the cross came, Anthony was ready to challenge. The pass ended up being errant, but a good job defensively communicating between those two. It's hard enough to kick a soccer ball into a large window, but if you can make that window smaller and require the offense to be more accurate with it, more likely to have a favorable outcome. Throw in for the Indians on the far sideline at about the 15. 15-yard line, that is. About a 40-yard clear there. Logan pressuring the ball, and that pass is going to be intercepted and taken right back by the Irish. Out of bounds, last touch by the white jersey, so El Reno to inbound as they look to get in quickly and lead the offense. Good effort there. Ball's advanced inside the 25, and it's going to be cleared well out of bounds, and whistle blows. I think they're just going to say ball was kicked out of bounds, so a throw-in awarded right out about the midfield stripe. Ball comes out of his hand at about the midfield line. Ball centered. The back heel step through. The official says no call. Throw in awarded on the clear. El Reno will throw in. Near side sideline. At about the 5 or 6 yard line. Handling the throw in, Edgar Garcia. Slide tackle by Kenneth Solis. Late whistle blows. Number 7 for the Irish, slow to get up, but he bounces up, and he's going to retreat near the box as he positions for either the header or the rebound. And they are going to penalize Kenneth for the illegal slide tackle. So he got an awful lot of leg and not near enough ball there. The low roller, I'm not sure that's the look McGuinness wanted out of that. In any event, a goal kick upcoming for Anthony Garcia as he digs the ball out. He's going to set it on the corner of the inside box. He's going to attempt to set it on the corner. We'll see how far it actually goes before he's able to kick it. Yeah, we see Logan Singletary. He's walking in. He's going to put his foot on it, and if he needs to, and hold it still for Anthony. He gives this signal to his teammates. Back up. I'm going to put all of my right leg into this thing. And he checks it up, much like a check swing by a golfer. But played well. And El Reno still attacking, but the wind's going to push that one nearly out of the confinement fence that secures the entire arena here at Memorial Stadium. That one was tailing left to right anyway, and then the wind blowing it even harder left to right. That thing's probably still rolling down 66. It's out by Reformatory Road at this point, probably. But he got all of that one. Last touch by McGuinness. Indians to inbound. Luis Ramirez to lead the inbound effort. The back of the throw-in. We're past the halfway mark in the first half of play. 17-17 and counting to play in the first half. We're tied 0-0. Looks like an offsides call, and it is. He throws his hand up, and we normally see a referee and 2 AR's assistant referees with flags on the sidelines, but the official shortage has hit soccer like it has many of the other sports in Oklahoma, so not enough AR, so they've got 2 referees out here who have quite the task. They have to referee the physical play in the middle of the field as well as monitor the sidelines and mark where the offsides delineation point is. The offsides demarcation line, or the line of the deepest of the last line of defenders. 50-50 ball is attempted to be headed. It goes straight down, but a whistle comes in, and I think El Reno whistled for the foul. They are. Based on the body language, I think Angel Martinez whistled for that foul. And we see the Irish having the same problem as the Indians, trying to keep the ball still long enough to hit it with a foot. And a sliding tackle by McGuinness. Out of bounds, ball awarded to the Indians. Don't have a roster for the Irish, but number 12 for McGuinness is the tallest player on the field by about a head and shoulders length, so not sure how tall that young man is, but certainly has an advantage on balls that are played above his head. McGuinness with their first good look, but defended well by Anthony. McGuinness was trying to get it centered. There was nobody running, so the Irish ball handler took it himself, put his foot on it. Low, tight ball went right to Anthony Garcia. That was going to be kicked well and out of play. Goal kick awarded by virtue of the errant right foot. And we're inside 15 to play. Anthony sets it down, looks at his options. Logan Singletary does a good job of getting on it early to kill the possible mismatch in numbers. McGuinness centers it. Both teams playing fairly clean, but with a fair amount of physicality. Soccer's not a no-contact game. So contrary to popular belief, there are some parallels to American football. Almost exclusively that it's not a non-contact sport. That's about where the parallels end. Ball out of bounds, so a goal kick to come for Anthony Garcia. He's flanked by Kenneth Solis and Logan Singletary. And with the wind really ripping, it's less out of the east now and more almost straight out of the south, which means as Anthony kicks this, and you see it rolling away from him, as Anthony kicks this, this ball is going to be moving from his left to right. And opposite of that for the McGuinness goaltender is going to be moving to from the McGuinness side from their right to left. So soccer is a difficult game anyway, and it's not always easy to score on an open goal, but today it would be quite tough to do so, I believe. I don't think today the big leg is what's going to win it. I think it's going to be patience and good looks from short range, because both teams have put a hard shot near the goal, and you can see them struggling with accuracy. Logan underplayed that one a little bit. A junior defenseman. To his credit, he knew immediately it was a bad decision, and he made up for it defensively. McGuinness looked for the cross. They had a couple of Irish crashing at the respective goal posts, one on the near side, one to the far side, but above both of them, looks like they were probably trying to get in position for either a header or a back heel, depending on where the ball fell. Put the ball high and out of play. So a goal kick coming. This goal kick to be attempted by Kenneth Solis from the outer edge of the inside box. I think they're going to get El Reno for a hook here. They do. Substitution. So McGuinness was looking to substitute. They tried to get the ball in play, but did so too quickly. But now the ball's back in play. Played well there by the Indian defense. He's going to try and attack, and he does. They're going to say ball last touched by the Indians as it crossed the end line, so a goal kick awarded. Some of the El Reno faithful not thrilled with the no call, but official said incidental contact. And either one team has been disproportionately advantaged or disadvantaged by the physical nature of play. Both teams are given what they're getting, so it's not like any one team is ostensibly more physical than the other. Both teams are taking advantage of the opportunities they get. That's going to be last touched by... No, they're going to say last touched by El Reno. The blue jerseys had that last touched off the shoe of the McGuinness defenseman, but awarded to the white jerseys. Ball cleared, but out of bounds. A throw in coming. McGuinness will attempt to throw in from about the 30. A running start from the 25. Ball inbounds at the 30. El Reno has substituted. Now on the pitch for El Reno, Jacob. Not going to attempt his last name. I want to speak to the young man and make sure I pronounce his name correctly. Very reminiscent of Mike Krzyzewski, the legendary coach at Duke, in his final tenure at the helm of the Blue Devils program. Good ball handling skills there as the ball is reversed and handled by Angel Martinez. Taken away by the Irish. Nearing 9 minutes to play in the first half of the 80-minute contest. And a corner kick awarded. It looks like the Irish netminder got a little bit of it there. He threw up the left hand. Ball was well off target. Not sure what his thought was there. I think something they'll want to correct when they look at the film of that play. That shot was off target. He threw that left hand up. It looks like the official said it came off his glove in some capacity. So last touched by the McGuinness Irish. And I believe the first corner kick for the Indians tonight. Believe Edgar Garcia to attempt this one. Ball keeps moving. They're trying. That one's going to be high and well out of play. No. I guess they did call it out of play. McGuinness with it in quickly. It's going to be overplayed and out of bounds. Number 6 for McGuinness had the advantage. He had Luis Ramirez back on his hip, and he stopped. That ball was well passed. They led him to a great spot on the field. We see ball's popped up over the top, and we see good goalkeeping mechanics there. He didn't commit to that ball till he knew he had it in play. He didn't leave his feet too early. So in the event he lost the foot race, he could retreat and be in position to defend the goal area. Ball goes out of bounds, I believe off the foot of the Indians. It does. Halftime, you'll see at the intermission break, you'll see the ads from our new local sponsors here in El Reno. We're very glad to have them aboard as they show their support for not just El Reno Athletics, but all of El Reno Public Schools. We use the Squirtle platform that you're watching here, ElRenoIndians.tv, for more than just athletic events. We do Veterans Day and Gifts for the Yanks and graduation, doing everything we can to bring you as many activities absolutely stock free of charge as we can. And the donors, the sponsors, the advertisers go a long way to help making that possible. So big thanks to those folks. And if you're interested in being one, we've always got room for more. Good net minding again by Anthony. He rolls it out to Logan. Logan's going to start the offensive drive. Good pass to midfield, but ball took an odd hop off the foot. He was trying to just catch that off his foot. Took an odd hop and was able to be headed back into play by the Irish. That ball's going to be intercepted by the Irish, but he's going to get his pocket picked. And Luis is going to start the offensive attack. And off the shoulder, looks like the scapula shoulder blade of the McGuinness captain, with 11 on his jersey and the red band around his shoulder, delineates his status as team captain, and wearing the red captain's band for the Indians tonight, number 7, Angel Martinez. As we near 5 minutes to play, we're tied 0-0. Whistle blows, and they're going to say out of bounds. So 5 minutes to play in the first half of play. Luis Ramirez to attempt to throw in. Tried to thread the needle, couldn't get it there. And throw-ins they're hard to do anyway, and made more difficult tonight by the swirling winds, the inconsistent winds. And you throw it where you think it needs to go, and if you're able to fit it in the gap, you try and go score, and if not, you make the corrections and come back the other way. Last touch by the white jersey. El Reno to throw in from the defensive 45. Great effort there to keep the ball in the offensive half of the field, and that's going to be cleared by McGuinness. Good defense by Logan Singletary to step up and kill that drive. Good job poking that out by Julio Hernandez, the senior. The defenseman. Good teamwork there by Kenneth Solis. He protected the ball, screened his man off to let the netminder put two hands on it, secure possession for the Blue Jerseys. Bounces at the 50. I think technically that was a header, although it looks like he caught it off the bridge of his nose by McGuinness. They retreat and then advance. 3:20 to play in the first half. I expect we'll see here in the next 3 minutes the pace of play pick up quite a bit as each team tries to put themselves in a position for a quick scoring opportunity prior to the intermission. It's also not uncommon to see teams go into the break tied 0-0. There's some sports where scoring is early, often and expected, like basketball, and there's other sports where scoring is much more difficult and much harder to come by, as you see tonight. In the fine game of footy, as our British counterparts call it. And we're inside, 2.5 to the break. Now Reno looking to get one more drive going. A whistle blows. And I think a throw-in violation called on the far side. I'm not sure if he didn't get his toe down, but a throw-in violation was called, so McGuinness will throw in. And they look to center it. Stellar goalkeeping by Anthony Garcia. With the wind picking up, we're in the press box hanging on to each other in the event this thing falls down. El Reno looking to attack. They're going to say Kendon was there, but he didn't get there before the ball went out of bounds. So, and you see the El Reno coaching staff saying he's right there. We kicked it right to him. The throw in from the midfield stripe, and El Reno miscommunicates. A throw in coming. So Kenneth Solis gets his feet tangled up with Angel Martinez, but El Reno not harmed in the event. either literally or figuratively, as the ball is cleared out near midfield. Inside the kickoff circle at script ER. McGuinness advances it inside the 30. McGuinness gets their pocket picked. El Reno starts the drive and a great pass ahead. It's a foot race. El Reno wins the foot race. Ball bouncing around. The goalkeeper can't hang on to it. El Reno with a scoring opportunity. Great defense at the goal by McGuinness, though. White jersey threw himself in front of that ball and said, "I'll help you out there, keep." Great center, but intercepted by the Irish. 30 seconds to play in the first half. El Reno trying to keep the pressure up. So El Reno with a couple of good looks right before the intermission. But McGuinness trying to capitalize on their own. The foot race won by Logan Singletary. Takes a little bit of a shoulder shove, keeps it alive. 15 seconds on the clock. He kicks it out of bounds. McGuinness is going to have to throw in, but they've only got 10 seconds to try and get it done. So I'm looking for maybe one long shot on goal. And the last second goal saved by Angel Gonzalez. We're tied 0-0 at the half. You're watching Indian Soccer. We'll be back after the break.
Backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
We know you have options when it comes to your vehicles, so we are grateful for the fact that you make us your dealership of choice. Whether you are needing service or parts on your existing vehicles, or possibly you are in the market for a new or newer vehicle, at Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, we will never take your time, loyalty, and friendship for granted. We are here for you. 405-262-2466, I-40 and Highway 81, exit 125. Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, the dealership with the gray canopy covers.
At El Reno Family Dentistry, we are dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest quality of dental care in a comfortable, affordable, and friendly way. We offer a wide range of services from digital x-rays and implants to Botox. We are insurance friendly and offer flexible financing. Call today for your free first visit at 405-262-6737. We can't wait to see you here at El Reno's most caring dental office.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
We know you have options when it comes to your vehicles, so we are grateful for the fact that you make us your dealership of choice. Whether you are needing service or parts on your existing vehicles, or possibly you are in the market for a new or newer vehicle, at Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, we will never take your time, loyalty, and friendship for granted. We are here for you. 405-262-2466, I-40 and Highway 81, exit 125. Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, the dealership with the gray canopy covers.
At El Reno Family Dentistry, we are dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest quality of dental care in a comfortable, affordable, and friendly way. We offer a wide range of services from digital x-rays and implants to Botox. We are insurance friendly and offer flexible financing. Call today for your free first visit at 405-262-6737. We can't wait to see you here at El Reno's most caring dental office.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Inside, 60 seconds to play in the intermission period. We're tied after 40 minutes, 0-0. Teams are going to switch ends, so El Reno will be defending the downwind side, so they will have the wind in their face for the next 40 minutes. And they will also be defending the opening kick. A good half defensively for the Indians. Outstanding goalkeeping work by the senior netminder, Anthony Garcia. He had several, McGuinness put several decent shots on goal. El Reno put several good looks of their own on goal, including a rapid fury with about 38 seconds left to play in the first half. The McGuinness netminder came out of the inner crease, tried to corral it. It bounced free of his hands. It was loose on the ground, and El Reno put a rocket ball center net. One of the McGuinness players, to his credit, decided to take one for the team literally, jumped in front of that one, took it right off the numbers. And tonight when he gets home and gets to an ice bath, there'll be a soccer ball-sized bruise right in the middle of his chest because he took a rocket shot off the numbers. Zero's on the clock, and the clock set to reset to 40 minutes. Junior high play is 35, varsity play is 40, and college, professional, and international play is 45 minutes. And, of course, we don't do stoppage time. That's added during qualified events. They do stop the clock, blow the whistle, and give an indicator to stop the clock, such as injuries and after goals. Other than that, soccer the old-fashioned way. And to be frank, it's one of the easiest and least expensive sports to play. You need a ball and about 50 square feet, and you can do something. You know, football, you can do running drills by yourself, but it's about it. Basketball, at some point, you need a hoop to shoot at. Soccer, you can draw a chalk square on the side of the house, and that's the goal. So, simple game to play. A long kick early, right into the hands of the awaiting netminder. He corrals that one. He's going to roll out first to his left, or first to his right rather than his left. He puts his foot on that one, and as we saw during the girls' game and in the first half with the McGuinness goalkeeper, anything coming off that foot that's got any height is going to reach its high point and then just sort of stall and fall straight down. So something to be wary of. You want to make sure you don't put your defense in a position where they end up outmanned and out of position. Ball out of bounds, last touched by McGuinness. A throw-in awarded to the Indians. They'll throw in on the near side sideline. Whistle blows. We'll throw in awarded to McGuinness. McGuinness kicks it back, and it's going to be misplayed. A little bit of miscommunication there. That pass intended for number 12 for McGuinness came off of the foot of number 18. 10 was open, but I'm not sure he was ready for it where it was. I think he was looking for it in a different position. And then Logan Singletary bats that away. Throw in awarded. Went out of bounds near the corner, but to the sideline side of the corner flag. So throw in awarded deep on the sideline. As somebody's running down the track behind the blue room, chasing that soccer ball. Check that. Rather, it ended up in the dumpster bucket, and Coach Fred Slaughter fished that out for us. So, big thanks to the assistant AD and head track coach. Doing all the things that matter, whether they're glorious or not. And that ball is going to be well behind the concession stand, so Anthony Garcia grabs one of the spare balls tucked behind the net. McGuinness to inbound via throw-in on the near side sideline. Good throw-in, but well defended. A great footwork to step through the double team. Splits the double team. Got a little bit over leverage there. But really outstanding footwork there by Edgar Garcia in the double team. And it looks like they have awarded a corner kick. So McGuinness to attempt a corner. Their first corner on this end of the field. So they're kicking into the wind, but the wind is also, it was a little bit more out of the east earlier. Now it's almost straight south, so he's not going to get much help trying to drift that into the net, but rather he's going to be kicking that into quite the wind. And we see El Reno matched up defensively, a body on a body with the man on the near side post. Played well, but it's hard to appreciate how hard that wind is blowing. That ball was kicked straight, and that thing turned 90 degrees. So it's really hard to appreciate how strong the wind is. But the McGuinness captain with the red band on his arm keeps that one in play. And that one gets under Garcia and into the back corner. 1-0 Indians trail. I think Anthony wants that one back. Not sure if it took an odd hop. Possibly an obstructed view. Maybe didn't get to read the ball as quickly as he wanted to. But he was right there. I mean, it went right under his arms. That's one of those plays. Every athlete in any sport has about 3 plays a game they want back. They want a bunch of them back, but there's a lot they'd give to get that one play back, and I think that's the one Anthony's going to want. The good news is the miscue happened early in the second half, so lots of minutes on the clock. We're still 36 to play. But if we're not able to clear our zone, he defends that one well. If he gets it out of here quick, there's a numbers advantage. But you've got to be careful and not let the white jersey come up behind you once you let go of that ball, because then you can give up a cheap goal. And you can already see the adjustment made. He spent the first half kicking clear all of his defensive saves, and his first defensive save of the half, he rolls that one out. So that's his second. His first defensive save of the half, he put the right foot on it, stood up in the wind, and came straight down. So we'll see if he elects to stick with the rollout and the throw out. You almost have to kick this ball about, if you're El Reno, about 60% right of where you really intend for it to go and let the wind sort of carry it there. And we saw the Lady Indians struggle with this too, trying to adjust to the wind, but it's the nature of outdoor sports. Anthony crashes hard, but he gets help from his blue jersey defense. Cleared out of bounds. Sideline throw-in awarded to the Irish. Hard one-footer off the football goal post. That was a rocket shot too. But off the football goal post, which makes it dead. It's a dead ball. So it'll be a goal kick coming, and I'm not sure what happened, if Anthony got a little bit overextended there. Yeah, ill-advised handoff there, and Anthony got stuck on an island. El Reno, with 2 miscues early in the second half, fall behind 0-2. And you can see some of the frustration, and there's an injured Indian. We'll get that number to you as soon as we can. In the meantime, we're going to take a break. You're watching Indian Soccer. We'll be right back.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
On. We're back to it. The Indians shaking up on the play. 21 Kenneth Solis, the senior defenseman, sophomore defenseman. That ball just stood at its peak. Seemed like it was, you could see the backspin, and it was just standing and hanging up there. So, less than 6 minutes into the second half. 2 miscues early for the Indians. Great job defensively by Singletary, riding that man all the way down. Can Anthony get there? Great defense by Anthony. He got strung out. He had to defend the near side, deflected that shot, and that's the old scramble drill. Back to your feet, dead sprint to the center of the goal. Got a hand on it, deflected it off the over the top and off the football crossbar. So a corner kick coming from the far side corner. But now the wind's at the back to the Irish as they attempt this corner kick. The Irishman waves his right hand, puts the ball in play. Task not done yet, but a good effort there, so another corner kick coming. Anthony played that one well. He read it cleanly. Knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. Now the trick is, can he get it done? .50-50 ball. And a whistle blows. And they're going to call a penalty, so no goal there. No goal. Penalty called against McGuinness. Not sure what the call was. Not sure what the call was, but the Indians, the beneficiary of it in any event. Winds are gusting nearly 50 at this point. Official gives the ready for play, and Anthony's just trying to get it out of there before the ball moves. And every soccer team on the planet, from 3-year-olds to international state teams, have plays drawn up out of the goal kick situation, but with the wind blowing like this, you just can't execute them. You just got to keep the ball low, get it in play, and try to attack. And as is the nature of any sport, whether you're playing badminton or billiards or soccer, you have to adapt to the conditions. You can't control the conditions. You can only adapt to them. Good handling of the ball in the open field. Foot race coming, but that's going to be secured by the Irish netminder. And if you're an Irish fan, that's number 13. Again, don't have a roster for the Irish, but if you are an Irish fan joining us, thank you very much for tuning in. Great pass ahead. Step through, he's going to attack. Still handling the ball. And that's finally going to be cleared by McGuinness, throwing awarded to the Indians. Outstanding ball handling by the senior Edgar Garcia. Jersey number 10 as you're looking at him at home. Additional ball handling there by Anthony. Check that, Edgar Garcia. And a foul call, looks like a push and throw-in awarded. It was a foul, yep. Foul called by the referee, a pushing foul called against McGuinness. So that throw-in is basically voided by virtue of that whistle. So the foul called, and Edgar Garcia to attempt the free kick. I think that's going to sail on him. Now, if it was a field goal, that's a heck of a field goal. And he had a pretty good line on it. I think he kicked the ball about the way he wanted to. But as soon as that thing gets about 12 feet off the ground, that wind catches it, drives it up, and it just hangs. I keep comparing it to a golf shot because that's about the best way I can explain it. If you play golf and you hit that golf ball, if you in the wind, you got two options. You can try and stand it up against the wind and shape it, or you can hit the old Tiger Woods stinger. Keep that thing about 12 feet off the ground at 800 miles an hour. That's about your options out here today. If you kick it up in the wind, it's going to stand up on you, or you can try and keep it low. But if you're the goalkeepers, you also know that. You know the shots are going to have to be low. And that shot wide We see Anthony favoring that right leg a little bit. He was a little bit slow getting up after the last. He had a great stretch where he defended one at the near side post, scrambled around, little scramble drill, and defended one right in the middle. That was about numbers high. Deflected it up and out of play off of the yellow uprights for the American-style football. Was a little bit slow getting up from that, and that's really the first time he's been stressed in any way since that event. We see him coming up a little bit slow on that. And you can see it right there, that ball carried to about the 50 and then just stalled out and almost floats. Yep, pushing the back, called against McGuinness. Good call there. Believe it was the Indian captain, number 7, Angel Martinez. He went airborne to try and head that ball. Took hands in the back, knocked him off balance and out of position, so the officials put a whistle on it. I think a good call by my fairly uneducated opinion as it comes to soccer. We saw that ball kicked a little different. It didn't hang up as much, but that ball had more top spin than backspin. Now that backspin, very much like a volleyball that's dug with backspin, it's just going to sort of float. If you can get it with topspin and help push it down out of the air, you can hit it with more of an arc. Good passing by McGuinness, but finally taken wide by the Indians, and they're going to try and lead the offense. That's going to be intercepted. Good clear by Logan Singletary, standing right in front of Anthony Garcia there at the edge of the outer box. Just as the Lady Indians struggled in the first half with the wind, we see the Gentleman Indians struggling with the wind as well. It's just hard to advance the ball when every time you kick it, it's coming back at you. Great at diving save there by Anthony Garcia. That was headed about midway up the near side goal post. He got in front of it, deflected it out of bounds. And now we see defensively, you play what the odds tell you. You put a man on each goal post. Netminder in the middle. A substitution coming for McGuinness. Don't have a roster, and I know number 7 is rotating off. I'm not sure. I think it was number 4 came in relief. Number 3's teed up the corner kick. He puts his right foot on it, and that thing's going to sail well out of play. There's about 8 yards, closer to 12 or 15 looks like, maybe 10 yards, behind the goal line, or behind the back edge of the end zone, right where the goal's set up, to the fence. And then there's a 3-foot concrete sidewalk beyond that, and that ball cleared both of those. So, well out of play. No threat there for the El Reno netminder. And that's a good kick. El Reno offensively trying to get back in position. Kendon Frazier's going to show a little pressure here. Great defense. El Reno off and running, but that one, not sure what he was looking for there. The other Indian on that play, Christian Diaz, it almost looks like, great save by Garcia again. Looks like Christian Diaz was trying to maintain spacing. But Kendon, I think, was just trying to check it down to him and was thinking Christian was going to come to it. But in any event, a miscommunication. That one got away from Logan, but that's going to be kicked nearly to the blue room. That thing one-hopped its way into the blue room wall. So again, no threat for the El Reno netminder. El Reno to sub. We see Kenneth Solis coming back in. He came out earlier, a little bit shaken up off an injury, but was able to get treated and cleared. Checking out, Anthony DePaz. So good work for that young fella. Good minutes for him. Both of those, one subbing for the other in the original starting lineup, but lineups can change to give you the best personnel grouping. El Reno handles on the near sideline. That ball taken, and now they're going to attack. Great pass ahead, but he got turned around. That pass intended for Christian Diaz. Christian was looking for it over his left shoulder, and it was kicked back behind his right shoulder, so he had to open up to it. Couldn't get there in time. Good defense by Logan Singletary. That attempt to clear it ended up being a center right to the middle. You can see all the El Reno faithful soccer fans sort of leaning against it, and a great diving save by Anthony Garcia. So a couple of miscues early in the second half, but overall a solid game for the netminder. In the second one was more of a team miscue. You can't point any miscue ever on a single individual, but the second one, he had checked it off to a teammate to clear, and they were unable to clear the zone. So quick goal there as we approach the 23-minute mark. We're nearly halfway through the second half. El Reno with a 2-0 deficit. Soccer ball finally found. The left-footed corner kick, no good. El Reno unable to clear it, still trying to clear it, and they do. Now they're off and running. To the near side. Hard collision. And that is a cross-check. Time is called. The official's going to issue a card here. I assume a yellow card, and he does. He reaches in his pocket. He pulls out that yellow card. The yellow card is shown. Incidental contact is one thing. The shaken up Indian Edgar Garcia just got absolutely cross-checked. Clock is stopped, and he's slow to his feet, but able to get up. He's actually favoring that left foot or ankle. I don't think it was the shoulder-to-shoulder contact that got him. I think he got rolled up when he hit the ground. So a free kick awarded to the Indians. Julio Hernandez, he's a little slow to get up too. Almost acting like he's official gives the ready for play. And El Reno off and running again. Good kick ahead over the top. Splits the defense. El Reno's going to get a look at it. A lot of contact, no call. McGuinness clears it, and they're off and running. Good defense by Logan Singletary, and he's going to lead the attack. Good foot speed by the junior. A great pass ahead. .50-50 ball, a lot of contact there. And a penalty called, and a good penalty called against McGuinness. Or are they going to call a throw-in? So we have the officials communicating with one another. The far side official called a foul against McGuinness, a push in the back, and was going to award El Reno a free kick, but the near side official has reversed it and said the foul was against El Reno, and McGuinness will get a free kick. So based on that decision, the near side official is actually the referee. The far side official is the assistant referee. That's the only time an official can be overruled. I don't know if you just saw that bicyclist cycling past the ticket booth and long header out of play. And behind the visitors' bleachers, he's spinning his legs in the lowest gear he has. That ought to tell you what the wind is like. He's riding as hard as he can, and he's about to get passed by me, and I am very much out of shape. Indians line up for the goal kick. Ball rolling back towards the goal. Yeah, that one got too high. It's going to stall out at about the 30-yard line, so that one was only good for about 35 yards. maybe 33 yards. And when El Reno had the wind at their back in the first half, that was 40, 50, 60 yards. So it's cutting the kicking efficiency down and the distance down by about half of what we saw in the first half. That ball's going to spin out of bounds. My audio meter shows that you guys are hearing that banging. That banging is the acoustic tiles on the ceiling of the press box floating in their holders with the wind. The righty puts his foot on it from the far side corner. It's a header cross, 50-50 ball in the middle. And then El Reno is going to be awarded the ball. I think they're going to say contact to the goalkeeper, probably, is what they're going to whistle here. There's a shaken Indian laying down with his head in his hands and his knees in the air. So we'll take a break as the trainer is summoned. We'll take a break. You're watching Indian Soccer. We'll be right back.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your product.
The shaken Indian, number 10, Edgar Garcia. There was a scrum right in front of the net, which involved Edgar, Anthony Garcia, the goalkeeper, a couple of the McGuinness Irish. And so when you've got that many knees, elbows, and foreheads flying around, somebody's bound to catch something somewhere. I don't think anything malicious by either team, just wrong place, wrong time. And he comes up, the way he's walking off, it looks like he's favoring that left leg a little bit. He's got an arm draped over his coaching staff, escorted by the athletic trainer Alex Bray. And a great clear by El Reno. Push it all the way back out near the midcourt stripe. Sorry, midfield stripe. That sport ended 2 weeks ago. McGuinness handles. The clock is in their favor now, so obviously you want every lead you can get, whether it's 1 goal or 50 goals, but they don't need. And they certainly don't appear to be playing as if they feel the pressure to score right now. Playing a lot more reserved than we saw earlier in the contest, and I can estimate that is due in large part to the 2-goal buffer they have, so they don't have to be as aggressive. They can work the ball and burn some clock. A little miscommunication there, and that ball intercepted easily. Off and running go the Indians. Good handles by Kenneth Solis. Strong leg, good discipline. You don't often see a lot of defensemen come flying out of there handling the ball, but if you can do it with confidence and be effective with it, it can give you an advantage offensively, and El Reno looking to gain the advantage in that capacity. El Reno looking for a foul. Late whistle comes in. And number 12 for the Irish comes up a little bit slow. Came up favoring the right leg. He's hopped onto his own sideline, but still in the field of play, and no substitute coming for him right now. And a foul was whistled against the Irish, so a free kick coming from the 42-yard line. And it's rapidly becoming the 40-yard line, then the 39-yard line. .50-50 ball after the kick is put in play. 3 50-50 balls in a row, and El Reno didn't win any of them, but Anthony's going to secure this one in front of his own net. He does. I'll look for him to try and roll this out. He does. Those kicks that hang put you at a disadvantage, and El Reno has not been the benefactor of too many of those 50-50 balls that result of those high arcing kicks that stall out at their peak. So we saw him do that early in the second half. And then he got away from it a little bit. We see him go back to it. So trying to change some things up and give them the best look they can, try and get the offense going. When you have the wind advantage or there's no wind at all, you kick that ball out and you try to gain a fast break out of it. But statistics playing against you here. And Solis handles it into the clear. Clears it out to the 35, but we see McGuinness continuing to be aggressive. Slide tackle made, and they're going to say that he didn't get the ball, he got the leg. So a foul whistled. No, it looks like it may actually be an offsides violation. I think they actually whistled offsides there. Not being mic'd up and soccer not having a uniform set of signals and mechanics to communicate with us non-verbally. Based on the fact that everybody cleared out, the best I can figure is that it was an offsides violation in some capacity. I didn't see it, but I was looking off of it at the time, so it very well may have been there. Most of our soccer players or soccer fans are going to be well informed. So good decision there. We were offsides, but we ate it to get our guy back onside, so no violation there. Offside occurs when a pass is made and the person that it is made to is between the last line of defense and the goalkeeper when the pass is kicked. There's a little more nuance than that, but at a basic level for the casual viewer. It's very much like offsides in hockey. You cannot get between the defense and the goalkeeper and then have a pass kicked your way. If you start onside and then they pass through the defense and you can win the foot race to the soccer ball, that's not offside because you started onside. You have to be onside when the pass comes off the foot of the passer. And there are some defensive schemes that can actually draw a player offsides. If a player's not paying attention, they're onside. That defense can shift a yard or two up and put that player offside. So requires diligence both offensively and defensively to execute in those situations. So El Reno looking for a quick turn of fortune to avoid the sweep. The Lady Indians fell 5-0. Game in which senior netminder Kinley Golden, who was the Golden Glove Award winner at the Northwest Classen Tournament, which the Lady Indians won in the women's division on Saturday. Carly Golden had the lone game-winning goal in that contest. Kinley Golden was the Golden Glove recipient, and Carly had a hat trick the day before, so 4 goals in 2 games, and more specifically 2 days. Pretty good outing. But unable to put any on the board tonight. And at halftime, I was talking when that ball goes out of bounds, so a goal kick upcoming for the Indians. Talking to Glenn Miller from the El Reno Tribune, the sports writer and traveling fan of the Indians. Glenn and I spend a lot of time together in the winter and the fall with football and basketball, softball, all the events that I cover. Glenn's always there, so he and I end up we never travel together, just end up at the same place a lot. I was talking to him at the halftime intermission about another good save by Anthony there. Talking to him at the halftime about the baseball game that was at Hub Reed behind us. They started it early to avoid the rain as well. And he said there were some strange things that you don't often see in a baseball game, most of it due to the wind causing the ball to behave in an atypical manner. So if you were at Hub Reed to support the players of America's favorite pastime. And our goal is to bring you all the home baseball games, but the maintenance department is doing a fantastic job of building press box space for us over there, so we have the ability to set up our equipment without it obstructing parent and fan views, just as they're doing over at the softball field for head coach Kylie Webb and her softballers. So big thanks to Coach Hayden, Rodney Hayden, the athletic director, and Chuck Atchison, the maintenance director, for all their hard work in making that happen. And once we get those facilities finished, so certainly in time for next baseball season and softball season, even if we can't get there this year, we do have plans and do intend on bringing those games once we have the facilities in place to do it. That's an example of the wind right there. That ball had a little bit of right to left spin on it, but not that much. That wind hooked that ball hard. So you almost have to hit it with left to right spin to try and hook it away from you and let the wind push it back straight. Little golf stroke. That ball high and well out of play. It one hops its way back to the blue room wall as we approach 10 minutes to play. El Reno Trails 0-2 in the second of this varsity soccer doubleheader. Again, if you have a senior at El Reno High School, Jostin is coming to deliver senior goodies, caps, gowns, announcements, all that good stuff. So if you are a senior, make sure you've paid your senior dues. There was a donor this year who picked up 80% of the senior dues for the senior class. So each class member is only responsible for $20. But I also fully understand that $20 is still a lot of money. The good news is it beats the heck out of $100. So make sure you get your senior dues paid. Get with Mr. Burdine, senior class sponsor. He's in the math department in the STEM Center, so I believe he's STEM 104 is his classroom. So get with Mr. Burdine. Make sure you get your senior dues paid. And if you are a freshman or the parent of a freshman watching our broadcast tonight, the freshman field trip to the Oklahoma City Bombing Memorial and Museum is tomorrow. They need to be at the high school ready to load the buses. And when I say ready, I don't mean chasing their stuff down. Standing in line to get on the buses at 7:55 tomorrow. Buses will roll at 8 o'clock. That's directed more towards the students who like to roll in at about 7:59, right before the bell. So if you're a young person and you're scheduled to take your trip tomorrow, make sure you're there early. School is providing sack lunches. Kristen Kaler, Heather Reeves, I think spearheading some of those efforts. It's my understanding they will go to Scissortail Park at some point, so there may be food trucks. I don't know if it'll be a taco truck or a cookie truck. There's no telling what'll be there, but if your young person has spending money, that's an opportunity for them to get something to eat, but the school will provide sack lunches, so don't feel obligated to send anything. School's doing a great job taking good care of your young folks. I teach primarily seniors, so I didn't get invited to the trip. I wished I could go on that one, but teaching primarily seniors, I don't get to go on that one. Corner kick coming from McGuinness on the near side. Up and over. Played to the middle, and good defense there. Never allowed McGuinness to get a good angle on it. They tried to hook it. Ended up playing it not so much off the instep of their foot, but more off their upper leg, or their lower leg, right below the knee, upper part of their lower leg. Goal kick coming, and Anthony puts it down just long enough to get it off his foot before it moves again, because the only time a soccer ball is standing dead still is if somebody's holding it at this point. It will not come to rest on its own anymore. Slide tackle. Deflected by Anthony. He recovers quickly right back into the goal. So good recovery by the senior netminder there. He got his left hand up on that on the first shot. Knocked it down. It trickled out towards the penalty spot. He immediately recovered, got back down in his goalie stance, was ready to defend it, but El Reno able to get it clear. And off and running, the Indians hope to be on the back of this throw-in. We're inside 7 minutes to play, so We're down into what I call critical possession time. You're down 2 goals. You've struggled offensively all game. Had some good looks in the first half. Really haven't, I can't remember any shots that have been real competitive or shots on goal by any calculation here in the second half. Vast majority of the second half been spent in the defensive half of the field. So Anthony waves that one off as it trails out of bounds. No harm, no foul. April 13th is the career fair at Jinx Simmons. All seniors will be going to that, as I understand it, at least those who are on campus at the time. Obviously, if you're at the Tech Center, CV Tech, a little different. Seniors will go to that. It's at Jinx Simmons from 10 to noon, and then we will open it to the public for everybody who might be seeking employment after the seniors get their shot at it. List of well over 25 companies have confirmed. Some will be doing on-the-spot interviews, so dress to impress with your resume in hand. And even if it's just a part-time job, lifeguarding at the swimming pool this summer, there'll be an opportunity for everybody, no matter what you like to do. I'm sure we'll find something for you to do. That'll be at Jinx Simmons, I assume at the Annex, probably. But at the very least, out at the Jinx Simmons complex behind us here on the other side of 66 Highway, over by Hub Reed and the softball field. So if that's something you're interested in, we encourage you to come out. We want you to come out. We hope you come out. And so look for additional information from your seniors on that as we get closer. That's a good kick. That ball behaved a little better in the wind, and the trick was they didn't send that thing 30 feet high. They kept it about 14 feet off the ground. Enough to clear heads, but not so high as to cause it to stall out as at high points, and that ball kicked clear. El Reno will inbound inside 5 minutes to play. El Reno needs a goal here in about the next 90 seconds to be competitive. That throw-in defended well, but still attacking are the Indians. Haven't had a lot of reps down here, a lot of minutes on this end of the field, on the offensive end of the field in the game, but doing their absolute darndest to be competitive when they can. If ball awarded to the Indians on, I think probably a handball, I'd be my guess. Got an announcement from Brooke Robertson, the Director of Community Outreach. For starters, get with her or get with Rodney Hayden, the Athletic Director, if you want to be a sponsor of our live stream broadcast of El Reno events here on elrenoindians.tv, powered by Squirtle. March 30th, so tomorrow, there's a student-teacher special at Allie's Baking Company. Kenneth tries the slide tackle to no avail. Anthony on an island, and they punch another one in. El Reno trails 3-0 with 3:33 to play. Tomorrow, March 30th, 2022, go to Allie's Baking Boutique. They have a student-teacher special, a $5 dessert box. 1 cupcake and 2 cookies, or 1 brownie and 1 cookie for $5. I got Cole, who might even break his habitual Dr. Pepper and Skittles, to go get a cupcake or so from Allie's. And big thanks to Allie's Baking Company. She does a great job of supporting El Reno athletics and all things El Reno. She participates with Kara Watts in the internship program. She has student interns with her cooking, trying to decide if they want to get into the baking business for themselves or into the culinary arts, whatever that may be. She does a good job working with those young folks, so we appreciate all of her support. And that ball came off the foot funny. Out of bounds. Inside 3 to go. The McGuinness girls didn't lift, and don't expect the McGuinness boys to either. Everything at Bishop McGuinness Catholic High School is competitive in nature. Whatever it is they do, they work hard the whole time. Football, basketball, everything they do, they work hard. Right foot doesn't clear. And then diving reach by Anthony. Ball goes just wide. That's one of those twists that make you glad he stretched his back before we started. That's the kind of one, that's the kind of stretch that'll get you strung out. A little sore in the morning. And the wind has just steadily gotten stronger. It had dropped to a lull for bits. It never stopped completely, but it got manageable. And the last several minutes has just continued to ramp up almost exponentially from where it was when we started as we are inside 2 to play. Indians trail 3-0, and they didn't get a goal in that last offensive attack they had. So don't suspect they're going to come out of here with the W. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but just looking at what the data tells us at this point in the game. I think overall, pretty good defensive effort from El Reno. Just McGuinness spent an awful lot of time in the offensive end of the field trying to put shots on goal. So not the outcome either coaching staff or team wanted for the Indians today. But we're early in the soccer season. Still got a lot of games left. And ultimately, your goal is to qualify for playoffs. And those are the ones that matter. You can win everything between now and then. It's not going to matter. You got to win the ones that do. That ball comes flying into the bleachers as fans go scrambling. 50 seconds remaining. We've almost lost every ceiling tile in here. And so for those of you who are joining us for the first time this season, or if you're one of our regulars, we thank each and every one of you for making what I do and what Cole does and all of us here at ElRenoIndians.tv, making everything we do possible. We've had well over 140,000 viewers since our broadcasts started in September. Since September 1st, over 140,000 individual clicks on our broadcast. So for all of you who make that possible, whether you're a first-timer or whether you join us each and every time we go live, we thank you very, very much for what you do. And we're here to support our young people. With zeros on the clock, 3 tweets of the whistle, this one's in the books. El Reno drops 3-0 in the boys' game. 0-2 the Indians go on the day, but we're far from done. Many games left to play. We'll see you at the next home contest. For all of us here at ElRenoIndians.tv, for Cole Owen, I'm Zach Morgan. We thank each and every one of you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.